Hello, and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. Last time we were here, the previous episode we were here in Dol Amroth after defeating the heirs of Castamere. There are a couple things that we can still do in West Gondor, but I think this is gonna be the last episode on this area. So let us actually begin by talking to Beriaudur. We got this quest a long time ago. Leader of the city guard of Dol Amroth. So we should make his acquaintance, so here we are.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I have heard much about what you have done to aid the people here in Western Gondor. I think you would make a fine addition to the city guard here in Dol Amroth. Are you interested in joining?
How may I help you, friend?
Welcome to Dol Amroth, Beriathan. I have seen you about the city as of late, and you appear to have done much to aid Belfalas and our peoples here. But the threat against us looms ever present, and one must be vigilant in their watch for the shadows. If you're interested, we could find a place for you within the city guard. You would need to prove yourself many times over. Should you rise to the mark though, Dol Amroth would consider you one of her own. Speak to me again if you wish to know more.
Gondor needs your aid.
Dol Amroth is not a small city. We have stretched and sprawled over the years to cover many an acre, and that's without considering the docks and port. It is a large area for us to patrol and cover. Each section of the city has its own personality and people who call it home. Each has its own needs and dangers. Our guards are not all allowed to patrol and keep watch over every section of the city. You must learn that section to earn the right and privilege of serving it. Okay. You shall start where all young recruits do, with a library. Do a series of tasks for Lothíriel and you shall receive some recompense. Return when you have it. So yeah, this is kinda the introduction to all the City Guard and Dol Amroth dailies. We're just gonna do the introduction for this, so that you get an idea of what this is all about.
Gondor needs your aid.
The Corsairs have been building up the camp to the south a lot in the past few days. New tents have sprung up, campfires, lots of basic amenities to make life a more pleasant experience. I think we should cause them some pain and discomfort and make their lives a little more miserable. Get into the camp and burn down several of the tents. Perhaps a few nights out in the rain will encourage them to simply move on.
How may I help you, friend?
The Corsair camp to the south has mostly been nothing more than a nuisance, but lately there has been a lot of activity there. A group of ships were anchored offshore for several days and we observed a number of captains disembark. When the ships left, they weren't on them. I fear the Corsairs may be planning something. Without leadership they will be rudderless and will falter in any plans. Head to the camp and eliminate the captains.
How may I help you, friend?
There are few things in this world that make me truly angry. Make my spine shudder and fingers clench with rage. Seeing a man enslaved by another, reduced to nothing but property, makes my teeth gnash. The Corsairs are men who do not share this belief. Instead, they would enslave all of their enemy, put them into camps making ships and weapons, and whip and beat them until they die, and then simply replace them with the next. Several slavers are working out of the camp to the south, ensure they never get a chance to take another as property again.
Gondor needs your aid.
There is a small beach alongside the camp to the south the Corsairs have been using. They pull up their boats on it and bring supplies ashore, then row back out to the larger ships. This is an opportunity for us. Plant some traps along the beach. This will damage the bottoms of the boats and make them take on water when they are put back to the waves. They will either sink on the way or take several precious days and supplies to be repaired. Okay, so as you can see here, this camp of Saphadzîr, we were already there helping Jajax fighting the other Corsair captains. I didn't remember the first part of the Dol Amroth City Guard will take us there, otherwise I would have done them at the same time. But yeah, I didn't remember at all how this works. So basically, Dol Amroth has several factions. 8 factions, if I'm not mistaken. But as you see here, you will begin with the library. So you need to be at max rep with a faction before you can do the training exercise with them, which is what I want to show you. Doing all these 4 quests will allow us to reach max rep with the library so that we can unlock the training exercise for them. And that will also unlock the dailies for every other faction within Dol Amroth. So you need to complete those dailies to be able to unlock the training exercise. And the thing is that by doing the dailies and the training exercise, you will get tokens for each faction, and you can use those tokens to either accelerate your reputation gain with them, or you can save them to exchange for goodies, which include scrolls of empowerment and housing items. And Dol Amroth has many great Gondorian housing items, so I do want to save some. I do want to get me some of those items. And I hope I'm not making this sound more complex than it really is, because it truly isn't. So each faction in Dol Amroth will send you to a different area for dailies. You will need to do those dailies a couple days before you reach max standing with them, so that you can then go into the training exercise, which is a faster and easier way of getting some of those tokens. But of course, the only faction that you can complete in a single day is the library, which is your introduction to it. The other ones will not be this easy. I mean, the quests are pretty simple, but the reputation gain for them it's not gonna be as quick for the other factions as it is for the library. Here you see we already have one of these quests. There is one more tent. Well, there are a couple, truly. Now we just need to focus on the captains and the slavers. So there's one captain here. But I don't see any more captains or slavers. I mean, I just wanna avoid fighting some of these regular Corsairs. They are not required for the quest, so I don't see that much utility in them. But as you see, we are 20 Corsairs short, more or less, to complete a deed. So who knows? Maybe I will fight them a little bit more nonetheless, so that we can also level up our virtues a little bit. Determination is the one we're working on right now, and it would be nice if we could get some extra deeds in West Gondor knocked out before we move on. We're gonna defeat at least 4 more for the quest. So we would just be missing 8 more Corsairs. I think we will find a little bit more of them in the training exercise, but I would prefer if we can get this deed completed before we leave this place. I mean, sounds simple enough. A few captains, a few slavers, and some more Corsairs along the way. Shouldn't be too hard. Doesn't sound too hard. Like, here we have the last captain we need. There's one more slaver in here. Missing 2 more slavers and 7 Corsairs. Yeah, this looks nice. Reasonable because these slavers are not as common as the others, so I think we might actually complete a deed before we find all the slavers we're missing. There's a high chance of that happening. Ah, there's another heavy adorned chest here in the area. Oh, okay. This is the last slaver, actually. We're missing 2 Corsairs. See, it was really simple. I'm gonna take this guy here. There we go. Corsairs Lair of West Gondor advanced. So we got the title, and determination is now level 48, which is really good. So what do we got here? 5 LOTRO points, the virtue XP. You have proven yourself a mighty slayer of foes. That we have. We have a new deed as well. Slayer of West Gondor. So we need to defeat bandit, beasts, oathbreakers, and orcs. But that one, all those deeds are a little bit harder to do, so I'm gonna leave that for later. Not sure if I should grab some of those level 100 third agers. It's always good to have some spare legendary items so that you got something to spend your virtue XP on and get some extra runes for later. Oh, do I have any free slots? Not yet. I should actually should reforge these items maybe, but I want to focus my experience on my imbued items first. As soon as I hit a cap with them, I will start leveling spare allies.
How may I help you, friend?
I hope they enjoy sleeping out in the rain tonight. The more miserable they are, the better things are for us.
Gondor needs your aid.
The camp's still there, but so long as they are disorganized, they don't pose much of a threat to us.
How may I help you, friend?
Such vile men deserve a punishment far worse than what you were able to deliver, but for now it will have to satisfy.
Gondor needs your aid.
Corsairs live and die by the sea and by their boats. Now that they are trapped on the shore, they shall be easy pickings for us. Well, as you see here, we have these 4 tokens. Once again, these are the only tokens that will award you this much rep. So completed Dol Amroth library, and we have a new deed, a couple new deeds. So let us check this. So where is the Dol Amroth library? Here we have it. So we have the deed completed. Become acquaintance with the Dol Amroth library. Thank God all the reputations in Dol Amroth only require acquaintance. But even then, that does take a while. And we have a new deed as well. In the Gondor tab, I would say it is. Yeah. So there you can see all the other factions that you have in Dol Amroth. As you can see, there are 8 of them, and we already have 1. So looks good. Looks nice.
How may I help you, friend?
Good. Now that you have attained their respect, you will be able to watch over the library district and quell any problems that arise there. Each of the districts has its own tokens their people consider valuable. Gather them up and earn their respect, and then you will be able to serve them as well. Oh, geez. Here we have all the other deeds. Okay. So as you see here, each faction has its own set of dailies. It's a shame that completing these deeds wouldn't get you some extra tokens for rep or for housing or for whatever, because as you see here, this is a whole lot of work. Now we can do the training exercise. Join us on a patrol of the area surrounding the city. This will be a full march, all of the city guard participating in an exercise and show of force. We shall meet outside the gate, ride to Lothíriel and then loop our way back. Along the way we will stop to practice certain maneuvers and do a mock assault on Lothíriel. We shall be gone for several hours and return to the city around nightfall. Speak to me when you are ready to depart. Are you ready to get on with the training exercises? Let me show you what this is all about. Anytime you want now. Please. This doesn't look good. I might need to give this, I'm gonna give this a couple more seconds, but otherwise I might need to relog. Really weird. Oh, there we go. Corsairs from the south have taken the fortress city of Dol Amroth. Together with the Swan-knights, you must aid in recapturing it. So, here we have Bardur, the commander. Well, basically what you need to do in this training exercise, as you see here, there is one NPC for each one of the factions in Dol Amroth. But if you try to...
How may I help you, friend?
To talk with a faction you are not acquainted with yet, you will not be able to aid them in retaking their district. So that means that for a while, the only district that you can do is the library, and I don't see the library NPC. Ah, there you are.
Gondor needs your aid.
Join me and we shall retake the library. To the library! You have selected the library as your target.
These are troublesome times indeed.
You know your orders. Let us retake Dol Amroth. To battle! You press on and we'll coordinate efforts from here. That's basically it. Depending on the district that you choose, you will get some random quests. What's the entrance? Which one is the entrance? There are two different entrances, but I think, yeah, this one is in here. So you will get some random quests. Well, I think a random at least. You will get some quests in the training exercise depending on the faction you choose. And you can only choose a faction you are already acquainted with. As you can see, there is a deed, a link to this, but you will also get several different tokens that you can either use for more rep or for housing or for allies. But that is basically it. The training exercise is always the same. You go out and you go back, and every time you go back there are Corsairs attacking the city, and then you gotta choose which district you are gonna work with. So for the library district, as you see here, we need to defeat slavers. We need to defend the fountains. What else do we need to do? Unlock doors, recover books. So even though you can technically race your way to the boss of the instance, that wouldn't be smart. You need those tokens. You need as many tokens of this as you can get. can see there are a lot of guys in here. Now defeat Corsair looters, defeat slavers, recover books. There are a lot of things to do in here. Has this changed, I wonder? Because I don't remember previously when this was the current endgame receiving so many quests. Only a couple, but if this was accelerated so that you can complete more quests and the deed faster, I'm all for it. I'm all in. Because all this kind of endgame grinds, or what used to be endgame grinds, at higher level caps, they're just a nuisance if you're trying to be a completionist of sorts. So if this was reworked in a similar way than Hidebolt and the ends in Durndingle were, that sounds nice, really nice. It's been so long since I did this that I'm not sure. Maybe this is just a particularity of the library, giving you all the quests because you're already acquainted with them. I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Bottom line, whenever you complete a quest, you get a gold token of Dol Amroth and a library box, which will have... Oh my god, I already have 4 of these. Will have a random amount of library tokens or silver tokens. So for example here, as you can see, we got an armory token. Yeah, the tokens that you get from this are totally random. Can be for the faction or you're currently working for, or for any other faction, truly. And you also have these gold tokens and silver tokens that, once again, you can use to exchange for more goodies. Now, gotta defeat the boss, defeat slavers, unlock doors, and recover books. And I think all that is within the library. This is another particularity of this training exercise. There are some quests outdoors and some quests indoors. Look. That is on the upper level, it seems. Is that one of the doors? Yeah, that we need to unlock. What else do we need to do in here? Yeah, there are books around here somewhere. Corsair slaver. There we go. I'm trying to save the boss for last. I don't remember exactly where the boss is, but I'm also not sure if after you defeat the boss you can still stay in the instance for a little bit longer and complete all the other quests and you're missing. So that's why I want to make sure I have all this done before I fight the actual boss of this place. There is another gate around here. Just gotta find a way down. There you go, another gold token, a library box, books, 4 of these books. Okay. Gotta keep looking for more books and more slavers. What am I missing? Because I feel there is something I'm not noticing. Alright, well, there they are. Glad to see I'm not missing a lot, it seems. I mean, I seem to be back on the right track. As far as the side quests go. But, now where is the boss? Now I'm wondering where is he? Okay, there he is. So I guess, yeah, we'll need to fight him. And hope we don't get kicked out of this place. Urbin has been defeated, the library is secure. In a way. But I still have a few more slavers to fight. Okay. Anything else I'm missing here in Dol Amroth? Yeah, a couple more slavers, that's it. Well, not a couple, really. But just a few more. Because that I don't know where they are. Okay. There's one here. There is another one here. Maybe there's another one on this side as well? Yeah. Not so hard, all things considered. Just takes time. But I do hope that my assumptions are right and that this grind has been made easier. That would be so much better. Because let me tell you, in between the grind for the ends of Durndingle and the grind for the 8 Dol Amroth factions, that almost broke me back in the day. That almost made me quit the game. I was so burnt out for from those 2 reputation grinds that was really difficult. So if that's no longer the case, I would be very happy. So we got a lot of silver tokens, a few more library tokens, and the Dol Amroth tokens. So, I mean, this quartermaster will only share with you silver pieces of Amroth. As you can see, I don't have any. I exchanged all of those pieces for scrolls of empowerment for my allies, and I was able to get about 33 of them. But these are all the other barterers you can go to. This one for pets and tokens, which is nice in case you want some extra tokens. Relics.
Well met.
Oh, you can also get scrolls of empowerment from this. Well, I already knew, but I wasn't aware they were also updated to a max tier. Medium armor in case you want to get some essence armor. Which is a nice armor to have. I mean, it does look good and it does go well with the Gondorian theme. But I of course prefer my Citadel Guard outfit. Here in case you wanna get some essences. And there's also class specific armor.
Gondor needs your aid.
That will get you a spear gambit damage. 4 rush, I don't think. What were they thinking with a 4 rush set? And as you can see here, there you have it, all the...
These are troublesome times indeed.
All the dailies for all the factions in Dol Amroth have been unlocked, but there is a set limit of quests that you can do every day.
How may I help you, friend?
6 quests that you can do every day, so you gotta be very selective with what you do. Where is the housing decoration? I always forget where that one is, but I don't wanna go a little bit of that to you. Housing decorations here.
Well met.
Which will require some silver tokens and also some faction tokens. But I think the ones that I want... Rich Gondorian bed, that's armory. I want a couple of those. A table maybe. Yeah, a couple tables. Great hall and couches for the dogs. Gondorian candelabra. Oh, cool. And chairs. Great hall and dogs. Bookshelf couch. Swan-knight. Yeah, you see, there's a lot of things to get in here. And I would love to get a few of them, but as you can see, you do require a lot of tokens. And I do have these ones that I have already received from today, but I also have just a few saved
friend.
from, well, some leftovers from the last time I did this. I think it's on the shared storage. Yeah. I have some armory tokens, bank, docks, great hall, mason, and swan knights. So it's looking pretty good. Not gonna waste your time here showing you what kind of items I get, so I'm just gonna get this in here. And as you can see, I have also been saving some central Gondor tokens that we will need in just a moment. But there you have it. That was the training exercise in Dol Amroth. A brief overview of what all this entails. But once again, we are not gonna do more of this for the time being. The only other thing that we are missing in West Gondor is finishing the epic. So you might remember, we came here to Dol Amroth. We meet Imrahil's daughter, and she now is having us master all the Swan-knights she sent around West Gondor. We only need to find now Rovalang, which is the Swan-knight that went to the Blackroot Vale. We have already met Rovalang, so we already know where he is. We just need to make a quick ride to Morthond, and from there to the Stone of Eric. And let us see what Rovalang has to say. Beautiful day in West Gondor, I gotta say. But I think from all the places in West Gondor, Lamedon is definitely my favorite, the most beautiful of all. There is some beauty to the Blackroot Vale as well, some majesty with the Son of Eric and everything. And the same for Belfalas too and Dol Amroth, but I think Lamedon just takes the cake at being the most beautiful area in West Gondor. I enjoyed my time in here a little bit. It went a lot quicker than I expected as well. At least for the solo content, the Blackroot Vale, Lamedon, and Belfalas, that went really fast. We spent some extra time in Tarlank's Crown. Was not initially part of the plan, but I thought worth it to do it so that we could experience the end of the Oathbreakers, the Ruthless Dead, and Azruthlor's questline, which was also very interesting. Oh. Let me try something really quick. Let me switch back to blue. We have not tried Hammock, but considering we were able to do a lot of the content of Tarlank's Crown on our own, I think Hammock is another warband that we can try. I want to give it a try. I certainly feel more confident after doing Tarlank's Crown. You have encountered Hammock and the treacherous Oathbreakers that follow him. Choosing to embrace Isildur's curse, the dead have remained in the Vale to terrify and displace its inhabitants. While defeating Hammock and the dead shall not vanquish them forever, the precious respite it will grant to the people of Morthond and beyond ensures its worth. Alright, maybe this is suicide, but I want to try this nonetheless. Especially considering that all of these guys are archers, and you know how I feel about archers. I think we can just spam resolution, which is a very good life tap for this kind of situations. It heals a lot, although it doesn't have any ticks, but we also have exaltation of battle for that. Yeah! The portents, of course, which also give us an edge, a very important edge. I mean, it would still be doable without them, but it makes life so much easier. Yeah, this went a lot better than I expected. You have defeated Hammock and his band of the dead. Cool. You have defeated Hemlock and the dead that follow him. Although they shall return, you have provided a brief and much needed peace for the people of Blackroot Vale. Cool. Right next to Rovalang too, which is very fortunate. We got this box, marks, medallions, and some extra goodies. Very well.
I will return to the city, but I cannot abandon the Blackroot Vale just yet.
You have returned, my friend, and with a message. Well, do not tarry in its delivery, for I have an urgent matter of my own to resolve. Rovalang listens to your message. I will return to the city as Lothíriel commands, but I cannot abandon the Blackroot Vale just yet. A great evil has come south, and I cannot leave the people of the Vale at its mercy. In form it took the shape of a great winged beast, and it flew out of the north, passing over the mountains. It circled over Eric for a time, and then passed low over Morlad. I saw it only moments before you arrived, passing low in the direction of the mountains. Rovalang seems unaware of the nature of this evil, but you know it by the winged beast it rides. I have seen its kind before. Nazgûl. If this creature learns of Aragorn's passage and the army of the dead that follows him, so too will the great enemy learn of it. The Nazgûl must be defeated.
You have heard of this winged creature. I can see it in your eye.
Will you help me find it and keep it from harming the people of the Vale? You nod in agreement. If the Nazgûl learns that Aragorn commands an army of the dead, much harm might be done to the desperate hope that drives him and to the people that depend on him. Well, let us go at once. If you have a fellowship at your call, bring them along as well. There will be danger enough for all, but now let us chase this foe. I saw it fly in the direction of the haunted cave to the northwest. Perhaps we can bring it down if we hurry.
It is my duty to face this creature. We will face it together.
I do not know what that creature might be, but I know it is my duty to face it. We will face it together. If you have a fellowship at your call, bring them along as well.
A great beast flew out of the mountains, and now I fear a creature of much evil stalks the Blackroot Vale.
A cold sensation has gripped my heart, Beriathan. Do you feel it too? I believe we draw near to the creature I beheld above the mountains. Before we proceed, are there any companions on which you can rely? Are we on our own, or do you have a fellowship near at hand? Speak to me again and tell me which is true. So as you have seen, we've been able to do some fellowship content on our own, so maybe we can do that as well, but I think I want to play it safe today. We can only depend on the two of us, friend. May it be enough to defeat the evil that has come to Blackroot Vale. Very well, Beriathan, let us waste no more daylight. Yeah, we don't want to face a Nazgûl at night. Look, more maddened creatures. It must be the doing of the beast I saw. Yeah, there it is. You can see it. By the King of Gondor. What a terrible creature, but worse, do you see what it bears upon its back? That is a saddle, or I am a dwarf. We must leap around it and find its bits, master. Careful now. A little further. We made it. Now we must hurry. The Nazgûl has not yet learned of Aragorn's passage. Hope remain for now. Halt, creature! This is no place for you. Bane of Ruin. All places belong to my master. You are the ones who trespass. I am the Bane of Ruin. I go where I will. Who are you to deny me? I am Rovalang, a Swan-knight of Dol Amroth. This is Beriathan, a warden of great fame and tremendous skill. Beriathan. You are known to us. You will not leave this place alive. So let's hope this goes a little bit better than the last time we faced a Nazgûl. You remember with Nona at the Great River? You have struck the Nazgûl like Grievous blow. You have kept it from its dangerous knowledge. And we gotta defeat its teeth? No, it also left. I have never before been in the presence of such evil, Beriathan. Let us leave this place and then we will speak of it, but not before. We will speak when we have left this place, my friend.
That creature brings to mind a name from the ancient years, but I will not speak it.
I think you knew more about that creature than you'd alone, my friend. I am glad you were here. My tale might have ended in the shadow of the haunted mountain if you were not, but we have both faced great evil and lived, and our tales go on. That creature brings to mind a name from the ancient years, a name of great evil. I will not speak this name, but I have now seen with my own eyes the servant of that terrible enemy. The time has come to return to Dol Amroth. Lothíriel must be told. The Rovalang will stay here so that you can repeat this interlude as many times as you like. You know I love that interlude, so I do appreciate a chance of repeating it indefinitely. But for now, we are gonna go back to Lothíriel at Dol Amroth and tell her all that we saw with her Swan-knights, especially what we have seen today, which is very worrying and cannot be ignored by any means. Anything here? Anything good on this loot? Some wax, parchment, pots. Yeah, seems to be it. I do love the look of this hole. I hadn't noticed those swan statues. Very nice detail.
My Swan Knights have returned, and I thank you. But what is on your mind?
My Swan Knights have returned to Beriathan, and I thank you for bringing them my message. I see from your face that you have more to say to me. What is on your mind? You tell Lothíriel of your encounter with the Nazgûl in the Blackroot Vale. She is silent for a long time. When she speaks again, her voice is very quiet, the words not much more than a whisper. I remember the heat of summer on the stones of the white city Beriathan. It was late in the month of June, and my father brought me and my brothers to Minas Tirith with 12 riders. He did not reveal the purpose of the journey until we were in the steward's chamber. I was to marry Boromir, the son of my father's sister. He was tall and confident, and a great warrior, and I could tell that he too did not want the match. But he was an obedient son, and consented to the betrothal. There would have been a wedding on that warm night of June, but Boromir had a journey of his own to make, and it was decided the wedding would occur on his return. I will bring you a wedding gift, he said to me before I joined my father and brothers in the courtyard for the return to Dol Amroth. I will win this war and bring you the peace you deserve, he called to me. I never saw him again. Lothíriel's eyes are fierce, her mouth a thin line sharp with resolve. I did not want to marry him, and he did not want to marry me, but we wanted the same thing. We wanted peace and happiness for our people, and we were willing to sacrifice whatever we needed to achieve it for them. Our enemies have underestimated us. They think we are soft. They think we will give in to despair and give in to grief, but we will not. I spent more time inside it than the archivist Saphadzîr believed. I know the name of the great enemy, the master of the foe you faced in the Blackroot Vale. I am not afraid to utter his name. He is Sauron, and we will stand against him to the last man, woman and child. Gondor is not without strength. We will face the great strength of Sauron and we will defeat him, or we will die. There are no other choices for us. I will call for you, Beriathan. Enemies are everywhere and we have only just begun to fight. So we can take some of this. Yeah, let us take this.
I know that further battle with the Corsairs is unavoidable.
Alright, as you can see here, we have unlocked a new deed, the Strength of Sauron, that is for Volume 4. 9 books of it, and we have already completed one of them. And we can technically now begin Book 2, which will take us to East and to Central Gondor. But I think that's another matter best left for the next episode. So for the time being, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.